In the heat of the noonday sun, the dusty road from Jerusalem to Jericho stretched across rugged hills, a path known not just for travelers, but for robbers who lurked in shadows, waiting for their next victim. Along this dangerous road, a man journeyed alone. His sandals stirred the sand beneath his weary feet, unaware that before the journey's end, he would become the center of a timeless story that would echo through generations. Suddenly, from behind the rocks, a band of thieves leapt forth. Their eyes glinted with cruelty as they struck him down, stripping him of his garments, his dignity, and his strength. They left him bleeding, motionless, and half dead by the roadside, abandoned between life and death. The road grew silent again, save for the faint groans of the wounded man whose cries vanished into the wind. Hours passed, and then footsteps were heard approaching. Hope flickered faintly in his heart. It was a priest, robed in garments of holiness, descending from the temple. Surely, if anyone would stop, it would be this man of God. But as the priest drew near, he glanced at the broken body, hesitated, and crossed to the other side of the road. Perhaps he had duties to attend to, or he feared becoming unclean. Whatever the reason, compassion was silenced by convenience. Soon after, another traveler came, a Levite, one who served in the temple. His sandals stopped for a moment as he looked upon the wounded man. The pain was visible, the blood unmistakable. Yet, he turned away and continued his journey, leaving the dying man to fade into the dust. Just when hope seemed lost, another traveler approached, not a priest, not a Levite, but a Samaritan. In those days, Samaritans were despised by the Jews, considered outsiders unworthy of fellowship. But this man's heart was moved with compassion. He saw not a stranger's race or religion, he saw a soul in need. Without hesitation, the Samaritan knelt beside the wounded traveler. He tore his own cloth to bind the man's wounds. From his pouch, he poured oil to soothe the pain and wine to cleanse the bleeding cuts. He lifted the man gently onto his donkey, walking beside him under the scorching sun until they reached an inn. There, he cared for the man through the night. In the morning, before continuing his journey, he gave the innkeeper 2 denarii enough to cover several days of care, and said, "Take care of him, and whatever more you spend, I will repay when I return." This act of mercy defied expectation, shattered prejudice, and revealed the heart of divine love. When Jesus told this story to the lawyer, who had asked, "Who is my neighbor?" the answer became clear. A neighbor is not defined by proximity, culture, or religion, but by compassion. The Good Samaritan is more than a tale of kindness. It is a revelation of God's heart toward humanity. Humanity lay broken and bleeding on the road of sin, stripped by the enemy and left for dead. Religion passed by, powerless to save. Law passed by, unable to heal. But Jesus, the true Good Samaritan, came down that lonely road. He found humanity in its suffering and poured in the oil of the Spirit and the wine of redemption. He carried humanity on his shoulders and paid the price in full, not with coins, but with his own blood. The message echoes through every generation. Love is action, not intention. Compassion is not convenience, it is sacrifice. To follow Christ is to see through his eyes, to recognize the wounded souls along the road of life and stop, even when it's inconvenient. Every day, hearts are bleeding around us, the lonely, the rejected, the forgotten, the broken. True faith is proven not in sermons or songs, but in love that reaches out where others turn away. The Good Samaritan challenges believers to love beyond boundaries, to serve beyond comfort, and to reflect the mercy that once rescued us. When the story ends, Jesus' voice still resounds, "Go and do likewise." Those words are not a suggestion, but a divine commission, to be living vessels of compassion in a world filled with pain. May every heart become like that of the Samaritan, tender, generous, and fearless in love. May compassion silence prejudice, and mercy triumph over indifference. For the greatest reflection of God is found not in religion, but in love that stoops down to lift another.